Jihad, quote a verse in the Quran. Show me one single verse in the Quran where it says homosexuality is a sin and lesbianism is a sin. Show me in the Quran. Get it for me.
I have to
Go ahead, do it.
look that up.
Look it up. You opened this can. I told you let's talk Tawheed. You didn't want to do that. I said let's talk about prophecies. No, you insist. Okay, I tried to give you a chance, but you wanted this. Show me where. Give me the verses in the Quran where it says homosexuality is a sin and lesbianism is a sin. Show me where the Quran condemns that. Look it for me.
Verse. I'm looking for it.
Well, we're waiting. I told you, let's talk about Tawheed or prophecies of Muhammad, but
we can talk about all that, but I'm trying to make a case.
So do you want to go back to Tawheed or do you want to do this? Because I can be here all night on this.
No,
No what? I can't hear.
There's many of them. You have, in
Many
regards to Lut, Lot.
No, that's no in the Quran. Nowhere in the Quran does it say homosexuality, lesbianism. The sin of Lot is they wanted to gang rape him and his daughters. Show me where the Quran says.
Okay.
Show me where the Quran says. Show me again. Listen, you're not. Where the Quran says
homosexuality is a sin in Islam.
Where in the Quran? Show me in the Quran, dude. Come on.
We have references to the people of Lut in which it's
the sin of Lut. You're ignoring me again. The sin of Lut is they wanted to gang rape his guest. Yes, anyone would condemn gang rape.
It has to do with homosexuality.
Because it's gang rape. They were also going to rape his daughters.
Allah makes it clear in the Quran.
Okay, show me in the Quran where it says homosexuality is a sin and lesbianism is a sin.
Okay, 81. Okay, Surah 7, 81 to 82.
Read it. It doesn't, because you're giving me the story of Lot, which you're ignoring me. The sin there is they wanted to rape two men. A gang of men wanted to gang up.
Can you tell me how this is significant? I'm telling you, homosexuality is a sin in Islam.
Because if they gang raped a woman, it would be a sin. That doesn't mean sleeping with a woman is a sin. You're not listening, Jihad. Let me try this again. I don't want to be too loud. I got neighbors. If a group of men were gang rape a woman, that would be a sin, not because sleeping with a woman is wrong, but gang raping a woman is wrong. So here, all you're proving is that it's a sin for a group of men to gang rape two men. Show me where it says one man sleeping with another man is a sin. So I made it clear. This is 4 times already.
Well.
Okay. Show me where it says lesbianism. Lesbianism is a sin.
Surah, look, there's a number of verses here.
Give me one.
1950.
Give me one. Don't go Google, Chef Google, because he's not helping you, because all of those are in respect to the story of Lot. Show me one.
I don't believe it's explicitly mentioned,
but
it's implied in these stories. And
yeah, what's implied is gang rape is wrong. Now go to 65 verse 4.
No, but also 781 through 82 implies.
It doesn't, dude. Please don't argue with me. Okay, put up the verses and read it for me. It's not. It's about the story of Lut, right?
Let me check out Surah 7.
Yeah, see, you're Googling it, and they're giving you verses about the story of Lot. See, I know you're Googling it.
Okay, we also sent. Yeah, it is mentioning Lot, but this.
Yeah, so it's mentioning who? Say it again. It's mentioning who?
How does that make you victorious on this topic? I'm telling you that this is referring to homosexuality.
So if those men were to sleep with his daughters, gang rape his daughters, would that be okay because they're women?
If a man sleeps with his daughters, no.
The men gang rape the daughters, because if you read the story, because you don't know the story, Lot said, don't take the men, here are my daughters. He was going to offer his daughters for these people to ravish them. So if these people had sex with his daughters, would that be okay because they're women, or is that still sin?
You cannot have sex with your daughters.
No, that's not what I said. Oh my goodness. Let's try this a third time, Jihad. Maybe you're scared to answer. I'm going to try it a third time. He's not sleeping with his daughters. The men in the story of Lot, which you have not read, obviously, you're just doing Sheikh Google, when they wanted to rape the men that came to Lot's house, they didn't know they were angels. Lot said, no, don't do that. Here, take my daughters. Have sex with my daughters. A group of men were going to jump on his daughters and have sex. So if they had sex with the daughters, would that be sin?
Well, if they were not their wives.
Yeah, no, they're not their wives. So you're going to just jump on them and have sex with them.
Well, I'd have to look into the context of the story.
Then look at the context. Get back to me. A lot doesn't help you. Okay,
I'd have to look into the context of the story, because that was in a different prophet's time, and there were different.
Okay, look in and get back to me. You're the one using Lot. You're okay.
But okay. You want to know about that's something I'll look into.
Okay, then come back to me. Now go to 65.
It's definitely better.
Go to 65 verse 4.
To be with a woman than a man. Of course.
Go to 65 verse 4. Get back to me when you study the story, because right now I can't address this.
Listen, the Muslim world does not have a high rate of homosexuality.
You want to bet it does? It's hidden. No. It's in secret. Yes, it does.
How many transgender? Go ahead. I mean,
yeah, because if a transgender comes out publicly in the Islamic square, they're going to kill him. That's my point.
But there's few. There's very few.
Because they can't be public. But how do you know what they're doing in their homes? So that's the point. With the fear of death, yes, someone who's transgender living in Iran is not going to come out because he knows they're going to hang him. So, but that's my point. It is fear that keeps them hiding their sin in home behind closed doors. That doesn't eradicate their sin. They cover it up and do it at home. How's that a solution?
Yeah, I'm not saying that transgender people don't exist in Muslim countries. They do, and they better hide it.
But how does that heal them? Okay, let's just go with your logic. A transgender is at home, a man. He's just like a woman because he thinks he's a woman. He puts nail polish, but when he goes out, he dresses like a man. If that person hid his transgenderism, where he doesn't go out publicly and shows that he believes he's a woman, but at home he dresses like a woman, and he dies that way, is he going to hell or is he going to paradise?
I believe transgender people will go to hell.
Okay, so that's my point. What does Islam do to heal them of the disease so that they don't go to hell but get right with God? That doesn't heal their disease.
They need to seek religious counseling. That's number one.
Okay, so
number two is, so we know that the devil comes in these kind of thoughts: homosexuality, lust, and also, transgenderism. So religious counseling.
So what would a scholar?
You must repress this stuff, and you must not act on it.
Okay, what would a scholar do, or a mufti do, if a guy comes up to him and says, look, I believe I'm really a woman trapped in a man's body, and I don't know what to do because I can't stop believing I'm actually a woman in a man's body, and no matter what, this is what I believe. What will they do to him?
Well, the first step is they would try to sit down with him and sit down with his family and see if there's any convincing him or any recourse.
No, he's convinced. He goes, I'm trying, but I can't get it out of my mind. No matter what I do, I am convinced I'm a woman in man's body, and I've tried not to think this way, but I'm not able to resist that I'm actually a woman in a man's body. So what are they going to do to him?
Well, if we were under the Khilafah system and Sharia was implemented in its entirety, then he could be brought to court.
And then what would happen?
That's for the judge to decide. But
okay, it goes to the court and says, look, I'm a woman in a man's body. I've tried to pray to Allah and ask Allah to change my thinking, that maybe it's from shaitan or a jinn, but no, I'm convinced I'm really a woman trapped in a man's body, and that Allah intended to make me a woman. And this is what I believe, no matter what you tell me.
He'll be brought to court.
Yeah, and that's what he says in the court. What happens to him?
Then he'll be convicted.
And what's his punishment?
I mean, in some cases it's imprisonment.
Imprisonment.
And in
So
some
a man
cases,
is going to be with other men in a prison who've never seen women, so they can rape him in prison.
and
that's what he's going to like.
Some cases, in some cases, capital punishment could apply.
All right.
If the evidence is there.
Okay. Do you want to talk about Tawheed now, man? So we can go back to Tawheed, because we can be here all day with the problems in Sharia, but the most important thing is your view of God and my view of God. So do you want to talk about Tawheed or no?
Well, so you don't want to discuss this topic of how
I'm trying to save you from embarrassment. Since you insist, can you read 60?
No. What?
Okay.
You want to save me from embarrassment?
Okay, can you read 65 verse 4, Jihad?
I told
Okay.
you what would happen.
Okay, 65 verse 4, Jihad, then. Let's go to 65 verse 4. Then, okay, let's stay on this. 65 verse 4. Let's go. You insist you want to stay on this topic.
You think I'm embarrassed of my religion? If somebody is a transgender and he openly says it, of course he's going to be punished.
Okay.
Why would I be embarrassed about that?
All right. Hey, listen, I'm not saying transgenderism. I'm not saying transgenderism is something good. Of course it's evil, disgusting to God. That's not my point. We agree on that. My point is, what do you do with these people that live in our society? You want Islamic rule to punish them and lock them up. Okay. Well, in Western countries, you have the freedom to do what you want as long as you don't hurt someone, and God will then deal with you on the day of judgment. This is how Western societies think. But no, you want punishment now, inflicted on them now, not just on the day of judgment. Okay.
These people are spreading cancerous ideas. And I'm going to tell you something else. The Bible says to put gays to death.
Yeah, we'll get to the Old Testament. Yes, I knew you were going to bring it up. Yes, and so, but you just admit, though, the Bible explicitly mentions homosexuality, right?
It says put them to death.
So, you admit the Bible explicitly says homosexuality is an abomination worthy of death, right?
Yes, I did read that in the Bible.
Okay, so you admit that, though, right?
Yes,
Now, why can't you show me in the Quran the same thing? Why can't you show me the same thing in the Quran?
Well, I'd have to check, but I'd have to check into that.
Yeah. So notice you admit that God in the Bible is clear. Homosexuality is evil. It's an abomination. Lesbianism is evil, an abomination.
Because Allah refers to it. He makes references to it without explicitly saying it in the Quran.
Okay. Can you read 65 verse 4 then?
65 verse 4.
Yes, please read it.
I'm going right to it.
All right. This is an Islamic rule. If I live, before you read it, just to give you an idea, if I live in Islamic rule and there's Sharia and you have a Khilafah, this is the reality of living under Islamic rule. This passage here, 65 verse 4. Before you read it, let me just say, Adam, are you tired or are you still up?
No, I'm trying to be quiet so that you can have the discussion.
Adam is posting, not you, Jihad. My friend.
Who is? Why do you have somebody else on here?
Because if you were watching the screen, he's posting verses for me because I'm on StreamYard. I don't know how to use StreamYard. If you're watching the stream, you would see that.
Okay, you need to talk respectfully.
And what did I say that was disrespectful?
Okay, khalas. What's the verse?
Go to 65 verse 4, man. Go ahead.
Okay, such of your women as have passed the age of monthly.
Okay, slowly, loud, man. 65 verse 4.
Such of your women as have passed the age of monthly courses, for them the prescribed period, if you have any doubts, is 3 months. And for those who have no courses, it is the same. For those who carry life within their wombs, their period is until they have delivered their burdens. And for those who fear God, He will make their path easy.
Okay, do you understand what this is? Verse 4, what the context is Surah Al-Talaq, right?
Yeah, this is referring to when you want to divorce a woman, you want to be sure that she does not have a child. Yeah. And you need to let her have 3 menstrual cycles to assure that. Okay. And then if you want to divorce her, you can.
Okay, but then what is it? What's this saying? It says, then those women who do not have menstruation, meaning menopause, they too have to wait 3 months, even though they don't have menstruation anymore. And those who have not yet menstruated, they too must wait 3 months. Do you see that?
Who have no courses.
And what does that mean? Please don't make me.
That means that they maybe have birth defects.
No, that's not what it says. My friend, do I need to then bring up every single Muslim scholar and hadith that say that this is who have not yet menstruated, meaning children? Do I need to really do that? Tell me I need to do that, because I'll be more than happy.
So, but why do you have to come here? Like, this is beaten to death.
No, it's not beaten to death, Jihad, because this is Islamic society. If we live under Islam, since you're not embarrassed by Islam, you said you're not embarrassed.
In the Bible, when is an adult an adult?
We'll get there.
When can you marry a girl?
So you notice what you did. We'll get there, Jihad. Don't
Bar
run.
mitzvah.
Jihad.
Bat mitzvah.
Jihad. This doesn't say when they pass puberty. That's what a bar mitzvah and a bat mitzvah is. That means the man. You're talking over me. The man and the woman. Jihad. The man and the woman. Bar mitzvah and bat mitzvah means that the young boy and the young girl have now reached past puberty and they're mature. This is talking about girls who haven't even had puberty. So let's go back to your point, Jihad. Since you're not embarrassed by your religion, you go, I'm not embarrassed. Is it not true then in Islamic rule, if we're living under Islamic rule, pedophile, let's not call it pedophilia because you're not going to like that. Getting married to minors, premature minors who haven't reached puberty and menstruated would be a way of life.
No, they will have gone through puberty.
No, that's not what it says.
Just because they've gone through puberty.
That's not what 65 verse 4 says, Jihad.
It doesn't say that. It doesn't. It says did not
read the Arabic for me.
There's so many reasons
read
why
the Arabic for me.
I'm stronger in English, but I could.
Okay.
Read
well, let me
Arabic.
let me now give you this link because I'm going to show you.
I could play it. No, I could play it. We could listen to it.
Okay. What? Listen to it. Do you? Okay. All right. Go ahead. Play. Do you want to play it?
I'll read it. I'll listen to it though.
All right.
But there's all sorts of reasons why, you know. A woman
No, I'm going to give you every Muslim scholar and his mother that says no, you're wrong. I'm going to give it to you. 1 second.
I can bring it up from altafsir.com if you want.
Yeah, well, I have an article where I had all
So what
this.
is the point by this?
Because it's literally the Arabic is those who have not menstruated yet. Lam. Yahidna. All right, anyway, let me just get the article first. Hold on 1 second. And we're going to put it up on the screen. So, Jihad, make sure you're looking on my section YouTube channel because you're going to see the article. So that way, at least, you're going to see it. So make sure you're on my channel, but mute your computer.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
Quran.com, right?
Which one? I can't hear you.
I said you have it pulled up on Quran.com. Is that right?
No, I don't. Oh, he has Quran.com. He has it. All right. Read to him that part in the Arabic, Adam, where it says not yet, menstruated yet. The word lam. You'll see it there. Let me get my article.
Yes, that's lam.
But read that phrase. for him.
Yahizna. Wallahi lam yahizna, who has not yet menstruated.
Hold on. You're talking over him. Let him read the Arabic, please. Go ahead.
Wallahi lam yahizna. The
Lam.
one who has not yet menstruated.
That's literally the Arabic. But don't take his word for it. This guy's a kafir. He's brainwashed deceiver. Let me get you the Muslims. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. Let's bring it up.
Have not yet menstruated.
Yes.
If I don't see where that says that they are children.
Okay.
Doesn't mean-
So who does not menstruate yet? Grandma? Grandmothers?
Sometimes it's delayed.
Okay. All right. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let's just bring it up. Here's the article. Brother put it up on the screen. Guys, I shared the link with you. I'm going to give it to Jihad as well.
You just want to do everything you can to attack the truth.
Okay. Did I not
And
just say
this
5
is
times
another
already?
point that proves Islam is true. Because
Did I
why
not
does
just
everybody hate
say,
it?
Jihad, let's get off this topic. Let's go on Tawheed, and you kept asking for it.
No,
Why not
I didn't ask for this topic. I was
Okay,
making a
hold on.
case
You're going too
about
far,
how
brother.
Sharia has solutions for
Okay.
the West.
Okay, brother.
You can't do
Yeah,
this.
the solution for the West is that Islam will then spread pedophilia and make it lawful. Let's read the translation. Look on the screen. Look on the screen. This is the article I just sent you with a link. We're going to read all the Muslim translations and then the Muslim commentators. Ibn Kathir, Tabari, Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani. We're going to read all of them so you don't say it's our interpretation. Okay, Abdul Halim. If you are in doubt, the period of waiting will be 3 months for those women who have ceased menstruating and for those who have not yet menstruated. Okay, hold on, let me finish. Aisha Bewley. Be patient, dude.
In parentheses.
Jihad, be patient because he's bringing out the implication of the lamb. Be patient. Aisha Bewley, in the case of those of your wives who are past the age of menstruation, if you have any doubt, their iddah, meaning waiting period, should be 3 months, and that also applies to those who have not yet menstruated. The word yet's not in brackets, is it? Mufti, Shafi, and Usmani. And those women from among you who have despaired of further menstruation, if you are in doubt, their iddah, waiting period, is 3 months, as well as of those who have not yet menstruated. Yet's not in brackets either. Shakir. Let me just read the translation before you comment. We're just letting the Muslims tell you. And as for those of your women who have despaired of menstruation, if you have doubts, their prescribed time shall be 3 months, and of those two who have not had their courses. Okay? Al-Hilali and Khan. Al-Hilani Khan. Now this one's really a doozy. And those of your women as have passed the age of monthly courses, for them, the iddah prescribed period, if you have doubts about their periods, is 3 months. And for those who have no courses, i.e., they are still immature. This is the Muslims. I.e., they are still immature. Their iddah prescribed period is 3 months. Now go to the other translations, brother.
But you do not have sex with them.
You're joking, right? You're joking, right? Tell me you're joking, Jihad.
No, in some cases,
there is no iddah.
That was a different time. So in
Jihad.
Some cases, you would get a virgin.
Jihad.
You marry.
Jihad. There is no iddah if you haven't had sex with the.
You see, you told me not to interrupt you.
Because Jihad, I'm trying to save you embarrassment. Honestly, I'm doing you a favor.
Don't save me embarrassment.
Okay, can I make the point? 33:49. 33:49.
I'm not embarrassed.
33:49. So you're talking over me. 33:49 says there is no iddah if you haven't had sex with a woman. Jihad, chapter 33, verse 49. The iddah is only for the woman that you've had sex with. Chapter 33, verse 49. Let's read it. Open up, read it for him. Read it for him. You want to read it this year, Adam, or you want to wait for the rapture?
I thought you want him to read it. Oh, believers, if you marry believing women and then divorce them before you touch them, they will have no waiting period for you to count. So
okay, there is no iddah, no waiting period for a woman that you haven't had sex with. So 65:4, it's about iddah, waiting period, meaning you've had sex with them. See, I wanted to stop you from wasting our time and correct you to save time.
Okay.
So do you want to go back to Tawheed now?
I'm gonna look into it, but okay. As I said, there's nobody who has sex with children. It doesn't happen.
The Quran says yes. So you just said Allah's a nobody, Muhammad's a nobody.
No, I would never say that.
Okay, so then don't speak unless you've studied. I gave you the article. It's in YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, in your Skype. There's the link.
Because I tried to explain to you that there are some reasons why women do not have periods. That doesn't necessarily mean that they are prepubescent.
Do you want me to read now the commentators that say, yes, it's because they're prepubescent, they're minors? You want to read it now? Or see, well, I keep telling you, let's change the subject, but it's like you want me to stand.
Change the subject because this subject is old amongst the Christian apologetic community. You guys have used it so much, and we answered it.
Okay, if you think you've answered it, but that's my point. This is what Islamic society will do: rampant child brides, minors being mounted by grown men in marriage.
A different time. It was a different time.
Where does this verse say it's only for that time and not for today?
Okay, there's so many things. So I could play that game with the Bible too. And I
Okay,
have a
but
whole
Jihad,
list of
play the game you
contradictions.
want. That's okay.
I
Show
have
me.
a whole list of contradictions
Okay.
in the Bible, and I have the
You
verses
sure? You
pulled
want
up.
me to? Then the more contradiction, the more you show that Muhammad is a fraud, because your Muhammad confirmed my Bible that you're attacking. You want to go there now? You want to talk about what Muhammad said about the Bible?
Not the current Bible. The
You want to bet?
original Bible.
Do you want to bet he's
No,
confirming my
yeah.
Bible? Do you want to bet he's confirming my Bible? You want to bet? You want to take me up on this? Or do you want to go back to Tawheed?
We can discuss Tawheed.
Okay, let's do Tawheed, because you keep bringing 50,000 subjects. Tawheed. Okay. You believe Allah's absolutely one, right? But you believe he has attributes and the names of Allah and the characteristics, so on. But Allah's still one. It's not like three persons, one God, right?
No, that's your polytheism.
Okay, so I'm polytheist. Good. Okay,
Yes.
now, do you believe, again, I don't remember, again, what you believe, because sometimes you sound Sunni, sometimes you don't. But anyway, is the Quran uncreated? Is it the uncreated speech of Allah or no?
Allah spoke the words of the Quran.
But that didn't answer my question. Is the Quran uncreated? Is it the kalam, speech of Allah? And as a speech of Allah, it's uncreated. It's one of his attributes, the sifah.
Yeah, it's uncreated.
Okay. So the Quran is uncreated. It has no beginning. Good. Now, the Quran is not Allah, is it?
The Quran is the speech of Allah.
But it's not Allah. So when you touch the Quran, you're not touching Allah, right?
No.
Okay, so the Quran is uncreated. Allah is uncreated. Now, how many uncreated things you believe in? Who alone is uncreated?
Allah.
So wait, again, who alone is uncreated?
Allah.
Okay, good. So you just made the Quran Allah because you said only Allah is uncreated, but now you said the Quran is uncreated.
This doesn't make sense. That's the speech of Allah.
But wait, didn't you just say, Jihad? We heard you say the Quran is uncreated, it's not
You're
Allah.
just trying to play these little word games, man. This is not
Okay.
a basis for a fruitful discussion. Okay.
Okay, so let's
The
talk
speech of Allah is uncreated.
Yes.
That's his speech. It's not like you touch the book. This is no.
But you said the Quran is not Allah, though.
It's his speech.
But it's not Allah, right? Is it Allah?
It's his speech.
Yeah, so that means the tap dance. You're not going to answer. That's okay. Okay, now, can the Quran be the Quran if it's not a book?
It was compiled into a book.
Okay, so is part of the Quran, one essential part of the Quran is that it's a book, a kitab.
Yes, it was compiled into a book.
Okay, so good. Because in Surah Al-Ma'idah 548, it says, we sent down to you the book, kitab. So the Quran is a book, right?
The book.
Good. Okay, so that book, that Quran, that book part of it, because it says, we sent down to you the book, kitab, that book part of it. That's created, isn't it?
The Quran is the uncreated speech of Allah.
I'm talking about the book, because the Quran is also a kitab. It's a book. I gave you the ayah. Surah Al-Ma'idah.
The words themselves are uncreated, but the form of a book,
so the book is created.
Them.
Okay, so the book is created. It came into existence. It's physical.
Not the words.
Yeah, I know that. The book where the Arabic
compilation was created.
So the book is created. It's part of creation. And yet the Quran is a book, which means the Quran cannot be truly the Quran if it's not a kitab. It's not a book, because that's what it says. We sent down to you the book. So how many natures does the Quran have?
Listen to me. Don't come to these kind of topics. They don't help your case at all. Okay, I just answered your question.
I don't know what to
The Quran
say.
is the speech of Allah. It's uncreated, and the book was compiled by the companions of the Prophet in book form.
What about the one in heaven, the tablet? Was it compiled?
And as a matter of fact, you have so many mathematical miracles in the
Here we go
Quran.
again. Can I show you the mathematical nightmares of the Quran?
No, I mean, like, So the word dunya is mentioned 115 times.
Yeah.
You have akhirah mentioned.
Yeah, I know. Shibir Ali's
115
tactics.
times.
Yeah.
Moses, Pharaoh, all of these equal
Okay.
number of times.
So do you want me to
had
show
our
you why the
Prophet
Quran is a
sallallahu alayhi
nightmare?
wasallam who couldn't read.
Okay. Do you want me to show you why? Do you want me to
read.
Here we go again. You want me to show you why the Quran's a nightmare? Number one, the only way you found these mathematical miracles is because you're following a standard Arabic text of the Quran that was only standardized in 1924. Can you now show me?
No.
Can I? Well, let me make my point, please. Can you show me?
They went to the Birmingham
Can you
University,
show me?
They found the
You're not
oldest
listening.
Quran from
That oldest Quran. Show me the copy of that oldest Quran that it's in the same exact sequence with the same.
I don't have it, but
Okay.
it's at the Birmingham.
So you're cutting me off for not me making my challenge. That means you're scared. So let me try it again. The modern Quran, Arabic Quran, this is a fact, was standardized by Al-Azhar in Egypt in 1924. Prior to 1924, all the Quranic copies had variant readings because people follow different qira'at. So the Quran that you are appealing to as having mathematical miracles only existed in 1924. So my challenge to you is
no.
Okay, here's my challenge, Jihad.
You want to know why?
Jihad, here's my challenge. Show us a copy of the Quran before 1924 that's identical to the Arabic Quran you have today.
You can look it up at Birmingham.
Show it to me. Oh my God.
You want to? No. You want to?
You know you're wasting more time now, right?
Let me explain to you something.
Yeah.
Arab back in the time, and you're talking about 1924. There was no change in 1924.
Yes, there was. Go study your history. The present Arabic text of the Quran.
This is nonsense.
I'm not making it up, dude.
About some changes to standardize.
Okay, go to chapter 2, verse 29. You're wasting time. Go to chapter 2, verse 29 of the Quran. Open it up for me. Read it for me.
Did you want me to answer this or not?
Go to chapter 2, verse 29.
That the Arab had different dialects.
No, friend, it has nothing to do with dialects.
So
please.
they needed to standardize the Arabic
no,
language.
You're wrong, because the hadith, the ahruf, to this day, your scholars, like El Sudi says, there's over 35 different explanations what your prophet meant by the word harf. They didn't even know. Don't tell me you know. Go to chapter 2, verse 29. Chapter 2, verse 29.
Chapter 2, verse 29.
Because let's see how miraculous the Quran is. Read for me chapter 2, verse 29.
Why do you have such enmity towards Islam?
Yeah, okay. We have enmity because we're the ones who came. And,
hatred. It's pure hatred.
We're the ones who came and told people that they better submit, pay jizya, or we're going to kill you and take your women captive and enslave your children. Yeah, it was us, because we're the ones who came and attacked you Muslims. It was you Muslims who came. Can you don't change the topic and go to 229?
Allah wants you to worship Him.
But you guys don't worship the true God. You worship stones and...
No.
Can you read 229? You're tap dancing. Can you read 229 or no?
I'm reading it.
Read out loud slowly.
I'm reading it first.
You don't want to read out loud for us so we can follow or no?
No. It is He who has created for you all things, that are on earth.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, His design comprehends the heavens.
That's not what it says. It says, Thumma, then He lifted Himself to heaven and did what with it?
Comprehends the heavens, and He gave. This is the translation I have.
Okay, well, can I give you a different link to read something else? I don't know. Do you want him to read it?
I got Abdullah Yusuf Ali.
Yeah, and he's not always that accurate because he knows the problems. But what do you want? Do you want me to give you a link? Do you want him to read a translation for you?
Give me whatever you want.
Okay, let me read it. It is He who created for you all that is in the earth.
Put it up on the screen.
It's on the screen. It's been there if you were paying attention. It's been there.
Oh, let me go back to the line. Okay, it is He who created for you all that is in the earth. Then He lifted Himself to heaven and leveled them 7. What is this translation?
The Arabic says 7 heavens.
And leveled them 7 heavens, and he has knowledge of everything. So where is it that you take issue?
Okay, hold on. Now, can you quote to me any scientific textbook that says the earth was created first and then the heavens were created?
This is what science?
Yeah, because supposedly the Quran is a miracle. So show me
The
the miracle of
Quran
the
is not a
Quran.
book of science, and I'm going to tell you that you guys believe in things, and the scientists will come to you and say, "Where is that in science?" And you
Jihad,
guys,
why are you changing the subject? You're the one who's telling me the Quran's a miracle, and your ikhwan, they all over the YouTube, all over the internet, talking about the scientific miracles of the Quran. Come on, dude. Zakir Naik is famous for this. So I'm asking you again, can you show me any scientific textbook that says the earth was created and everything on it, then heavens were created and made 7 heavens?
the Quran is not necessarily a book of science. I said that there were mathematical miracles. Now,
Yeah.
as far as the scientific miracles, what I know is you have even Western scientists who said, how could Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam have known how embryos are formed?
Yeah, that's actually nonsense, because
from
the
Surah
4 stages,
Al-Alaq. And
Jihad, the 4 stages of the embryonic development
then
was already.
Allah
He's not
spread
listening.
the heavens
Okay.
and the earth apart, right?
Jihad, you're not listening.
That's how you have the Big Bang.
Jihad, you're not listening. No, I'm going to show you it's going to be a Big Bang explosion for the Quran. I'm glad you mentioned that. Listen.
You have to pull that verse up.
The 4 stages of embryo in the Quran was already taught by Hippocrates, and even Muslim scholars admitted that the description of the embryonic development agrees with Hippocrates, who's a Greek physician who wrote long before Muhammad, whose writings were translated in Syriac in the possession of Christians that the Muslims inherited. So even the embryonic fairy tale and errors of the Quran were already believed on long before Muhammad was born. But before we go there, notice what you just said. Answer my question again. Answer my question again. You just appealed to Big Bang. Show me which scientist says that in the Big Bang the Earth came first and then
this point doesn't make any sense. This is stupid.
Okay, let's go to 41 verses 9 to 12. 41 verses 9 to 12. We're gonna read it for you. We're gonna put up chapter 41.
Bring it up on the screen.
Can you wait? 41 verses 9 to 12.
Prove to me Jesus is God, as you
call. Okay, I'll do that. You want to go back to that? Okay, you want me to
go
to that?
Say, what do you disbelieve?
Okay, do you want me? Hold on. Jihad, you just brought another. You want to talk about Jesus? And Jesus
history proves that he was a man.
Okay.
And he had a life.
You're not answering. You brought 50,000 subjects. You brought 50,000 subjects. Do you want to talk about Jesus? I'll talk about Jesus.
Okay, go. I answered everything.
Okay. You want me to prove to you Jesus? Okay, let's talk about Jesus. All right. Let me talk about Jesus.
Do 41. Do this point first, and then go to Jesus. That's fine. I'm not gonna leave a point unanswered.
Okay. All right. Let's go at this point. So, okay. You want me to read it for you? You're gonna read it.
Go read it.
Okay. 41 verses 9 to 12. Say, what do you believe in him who created the earth in 2 days? Count. Do math with me. He created the earth in 2 days. And do you set up compeers to him, partners with him? That is the Lord of all being. And he set therein firm mountains over it, and he blessed it and ordained therein its diverse sustenance in 4 days. So the sustenance of the earth, 4 days, equal to those who ask. Then, thumma again, the Arabic word thumma, he lifted himself to heaven when it was smoke. So the heaven was smoke, and said to it and to the earth, come willingly or unwillingly. They said, we come willingly. So he determined them as 7 heavens in 2 days, and revealed its commandment in every heaven. Now, help me understand math. It says Allah created the earth in 2 days. Then he created the nourishment.
Up to 41:9.
Yeah, we just read 41:9 to 12.
Yeah, I need to. You know what?
Okay.
Go ahead.
You want me to read it again, man?
Who created the earth in 2 days?
2 days.
He set there in firm mountains over it. He blessed it, and he ordained therein this diverse sustenance.
4 days.
In 4 days.
Okay. Count. 2 and 4 is how many days?
Sick.
Okay, now read the next one, 11 and 12. You want me to read it, or are you going to read it now?
Then he lifted himself to heaven when it was smoke, and said to it and to the earth, come willingly or unwillingly.
Okay, keep reading.
They said, we come willingly. So he determined them as 7 heavens in 2 days.
Okay, so count with me. He created the earth 2 days, the sustenance, nourishment on the earth 4 days, 2 and 4, that's 6. And then the heaven was smoke after the earth was created. And then he took that smoke, made it 7 heavens, 2 days. 2, 4, 2. How many days is that? 2, 4, and
I'm going to
2.
get you busted. I'm going to get you busted.
Sure, good, get me busted. 2 and 4 and 2 is what?
No. This is a big mistake.
2 and 4 and 2 is what?
This is a big mistake. I'll explain why. 2 and 4 is the earth. The second 2 is the heavens. Busted.
You sure about that? You
Busted.
sure you're going to bust me? Because I'm going to embarrass you now.
Busted.
You want me to embarrass you now? You want me to embarrass you now?
These are 2 distinct. The
Okay.
earth is 6 days. That's different than the heaven.
Good. Earth is 6 days, right? It took 6 days to create the earth? It took 6 days to create the earth. We just heard you. It's recorded.
It's mentioned in Surah.
Okay, so it took 6 days to create the earth, right? It took 6 days to create the earth, right? You want me to rewind this so we can hear you and laugh? It took 6 days to create the earth, right? Okay, in those 6 days when the earth is created, was the heaven created, or was it still smoke? Busted! Busted!
What are you talking about?
Read verse 11.
I didn't analyze this.
Read verse 11. Busted! Right there, read verse 11. Was the heavens created, or was it still smoke when the earth was created?
Then he lifted himself to heaven when it was smoke, and said to it and to the earth. Okay, so basically when it was smoke, the heaven was not created yet.
Good, say it again. The heaven was what? Say it again.
Huh?
The heaven was what? Say it again. I'm glad we're recording this. The heaven was not created yet, right? Say it again. Don't be scared. Why do you go silent? You just said heaven was not created yet.
I don't know what kind of tricks you're trying to pull here.
Let's finish it.
I don't know.
How in the world can you have an earth existing? See, you're cutting me off. How in the world can you have the earth existing when there's no heaven? Where was it suspended? On a toilet?
Allahu Alam. We're not.
Say it again. What's your answer? Allahu Alam. Allah knows.
Even you know, Isa is going to come back.
What's
when the day of judgment comes.
What's
he will come back.
Topic?
And he will, and the Mahdi will be with him. And then things that were unclear will be made clear.
Okay, so you want to change the subject now? You asked me, his brother.
No, because you're coming to like such a detailed point where it's not mentioned, and I don't know, and
okay.
Many people wouldn't know. That's why we say Allahu Alam.
So when the scientists say the Big Bang, which you mentioned the Big Bang, an explosion occurred, then from a microscopic point, galaxies were formed, space was formed, and then when the space existed, what we call heaven, then the earth was formed. They're wrong, because your Quran has the earth being formed before there was space, before there was heaven. And you appeal to the Big Bang, not me.
Look, we do not have knowledge of.
So the scientists are wrong. Big Bang is wrong.
Even the scientists could be wrong.
So the Big Bang can be wrong, right?
The scientists could be wrong.
So the Big Bang can be wrong, right?
It could be wrong,
okay.
And it could be partially true.
Okay.
There are certain elements of it could be wrong. Allahu A'lam.
Okay. Do you want to go back to Jesus now, or do you want to go about something?
Yeah, we could, because you did not prove anything here.
Okay, that's fine.
I just busted you.
Okay, good. You busted
you
me.
that 2 days and 4 is the earth, another 2 is the heavens, and then you came and said, "Oh, there was no heaven, so how did he create the earth?"
Okay, you busted me. I'm glad. I'm happy I'm busted. Okay, now, do you want to talk about Jesus? Because you mentioned Jesus and Mahdi. Okay, you want to talk about that, or you want to talk about Jesus being God? Which one do you want to talk about?
Yeah, prove to me Jesus is God.
Okay, all
Give
right.
me one unequivocal statement in the Injil
Sure.
where Isa alayhi salam says, I am God.
You
or
sure
I am
you
Allah,
you don't want to
worship
use that argument, Jihad? You know that's a dumb argument, right? It's going to backfire against you.
one unequivocal statement.
Okay, hold on. So you're insisting that Jesus has to say, "I'm God" in those exact words for it to be true, right? Right?
Well, it should be something along those lines.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be exactly like that, but something similar. That okay, that's different. So
But
what do you?
but even if you come up with something that implies it, I mean, we know where the Bible came from.
Okay,
We
now you
know.
change the subject. First you're saying, "Show me Jesus." Now the Bible.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Okay.
I do want to
Can I?
see.
Can
what
I show?
you're going-
Okay,
I-
let's
I
assume
do
the
wanna
Bible's
see
corrupt.
what you claim
Okay.
is evidence for Jesus.
Let's assume the
being
Bible's
God,
corrupt. Okay, all right.
In your perspective.
Okay, let's assume the Bible's corrupt. But in my corrupt Bible, can I show that even in that corrupt Bible, which you think is corrupt, Jesus claimed to be God? Okay, 1 second. I'm going to read a verse for you, 57 verse 3 of the Quran, Surah Al-Hadid, to make my case. Just wait. 50. And I'm not using Quran to prove Jesus is God, but I just want you to see where I'm getting at. 57 verse 3, Surah Al-Hadid. Okay, it says, He is the first and the last, Al-Awwal wal-Akhir. Allah is the first and last, the outward and the inward. He has knowledge of everything. Now, can a creature be first and the last? According to you, I don't know. Maybe you believe a creature can be first and the last.
No, a creature, no.
Because what does first and last mean? Do you know what it means or no?
He's the end all be all.
Okay, and only Allah can be first and last, right? Right? I mean, why are you pausing? Only Allah is the first and last.
Allah is the first and last.
Yeah, I just read the ayah, so you agree. Because the Old Testament agrees with the Quran. In Isaiah 44:6, let me show you what the Old Testament says. It agrees. So here, the Hebrew Bible of the Jews and the Quran agree. Isaiah 44, verse 6. Let's bring it up. Can you bring it up?
Yes.
Okay, bring it up.
Allah's the first and the last.
Okay, good. You agree. And no creature can say that. And interestingly, the Old Testament of the Jews agrees. Look, Isaiah 44, verse 6. It's on the screen. This is what the Lord says, Israel's King and Redeemer, the Lord Almighty, I am the first and I am the last.
Idols.
I am the first and I am the last. Apart from me, there is no God. So you see, the Old Testament agrees the true God is the first and last and there's no other God, right?
Yep.
So you agree only God, the true God, can be first and last, right?
Yes.
Okay, now do you know the New Testament agrees with you? Only the true God can be the first and last? Here, let me show you. Revelation 1, 17, 18. Let me read verse 17 for you. When I saw him, I fell at his feet as though dead. He then placed his right hand upon me and said, Do not be afraid, I am the first and last. You agree this is God, right? So New Testament, Old Testament, Quran, this is God saying I'm the first and last, correct? Yes or no?
Oh, well, what is this?
I am the first and the last. That's God, right? This year, before the rapture.
You're trying to tell me that this is Jesus.
I didn't say it's Jesus. I said you agree. First and last, only God can say it, right?
Only God can say that.
Okay, good. I am the first last. I'm the living one, and I was dead. And now, look, I am alive forevermore. So when did your Allah die?
No.
When did your Allah die?
You believe God died.
But you just admit only Allah is the first and the last. So when did your Allah die?
What?
Didn't you just say only Allah is the first and the last? No one can be the first and last. Here, I am the first and the last. I am the living one. I was dead. When did your Allah die?
This is from your Bible.
But didn't you tell me to prove that Jesus claimed to be God from my Bible? Where do you want me to prove it from? The Vedas? So when did your Allah die?
Allah didn't die.
But this
Allah
is
doesn't die.
then who? But you didn't just. We got you on record. You said only Allah is the first and last. Here, I am the first and the last. I'm the living one. I was dead. That's Allah. Allah said He died.
These are the popes, and these are the saints, and the Council of Nicaea who made these. But Allah is the first and the last.
Okay, but okay, so you again said it. Allah's here. I am the first, last. I'm the living one. I was dead. So when did Allah die? You just said Allah's the first. When did He die?
The Quran is not like the Bible. We don't believe in a God that sleeps A God that
Okay, so but you didn't
is a
answer the
man.
question. When did Allah die, man? This is Allah. You admit this is Allah speaking.
You believe Allah died. I don't.
But didn't you admit to everyone only Allah is the first and the last?
But your corrupted version of Allah, this is the New Testament that's...
So you admit in my corrupted Bible, Jesus says he's God, right? Because he said he's the first and last, even though it's corrupted.
Okay, so this is the New Testament where
You're yawning at us? Yeah, remember, that's from Shaitan, man. Yawning. The Sunnah says that's from Shaitan to yawn. Anyway, so do you admit now, in my corrupted Bible, which is corrupted according to you, this is Jesus claiming to be God Almighty?
But it's not true.
Okay, but you at least admit, in my corrupted Bible, Jesus claimed to be God, though it's not true, right?
If this is written in the New Testament, then this is Jesus supposedly claiming falsely. This is not what Jesus said.
Okay, but let's assume it's false. So my Bible has Jesus claiming to be God Almighty, right?
Yes.
Say it again. Say it again.
But then who did Jesus pray to when he
We'll
fell
get
on
there,
his...
but please answer this first so we can get there. Say it
Okay,
again.
If you have it in front of me, then I suppose that it's written in your Bible that somebody claimed that he was, but I don't know if this is Jesus talking.
Okay, well, you don't need to know. I'm saying as far as the Bible's concerned, this author has Jesus saying, I'm the first and last who died. So at least this author made Jesus claim to be God, right? Even though you don't believe
yeah, you showed me that.
Okay, good.
But,
all right, you got it then. Okay, so I answered your question. You don't accept it? Okay, that's fine. Now you asked me about Jesus praying. Since we're Trinitarian and Jesus is the Son of the Father, we believe Father and Son and Spirit together are the one God.
well,
So
if God has a son, why doesn't he have 10 sons or a daughter?
Who told you he doesn't have? Everyone who believes in Jesus becomes a child of God. Where are you getting this from? We're all children of God because of Jesus. I'm a son of God because Jesus makes me a son of God. What are you talking about?
No.
So, Mike, let's come back again. Since Jesus is not the Father, he prays to the Father, and the Father prays to Jesus, and the Holy Spirit prays to Jesus and the Father, and the Father and Jesus pray to the Spirit, because prayer is communication. They communicate. But you know this, and I don't know why you bring it up.
So there's two gods.
Well, we're still waiting for you to explain, who does your God pray to? We still haven't gotten the answer. Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 157. Do me a favor, open up the Arabic for him as well. So he doesn't say.
Two gods. You believe in... It's clear as day that you
So
believe.
wait, but if Allah's praying, is he praying to himself or is he praying to another God?
I could ask you the same question.
No, we don't believe two gods. We believe three persons, one God, because God can be one and more than one person. But do you believe Allah prays to himself? He talks to himself?
Show me that.
Okay, Surah Al-Baqarah. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:157. You're Muslims, you're Ikhwan. They mistranslate it, but we're going to give you the Arabic. Salawatun min rabbihim. Right? We're waiting for it. Bring up the Arabic, and do you have an English for him to see?
Yes.
Okay,
I can
read
bring
the
both.
Arabic for him slowly. 2:157.
Ulaika ilayhim salawatum min rabbihim wa rahmatun.
Slowly, because you're reading too fast. Emphasize the part. Read it again.
Ulaika ilayhim salawatun min rabbihim wa rahmatun.
Pause right there. Salawatun min rabbihim wa rahmata. Salawatun, salawat. What does the word salawat mean?
That doesn't mean that.
What does the word mean?
This doesn't mean what you're saying.
Okay, but you didn't answer the question.
It means Allah gave them the ability to pray and His ability.
No,
to
it says, upon them is prayers from their Lord and His mercy.
Go down.
That's what it says. Oh my goodness. Show them the English. Okay. Show them the English.
Because what I see in Arabic is that it's, Allah, He gives them the guidance of how to pray. Those are the.
Okay, we can't say. Okay, here you go. Those are the ones upon whom are blessings from their Lord. So is Allah blessing them or causing them to bless?
He's blessing them by.
Good. He's blessing them, right? He's the one who's blessing, right?
Allah's blessing the
Yeah, but the word is not blessing. It's salawat. So Allah's praying for them. Busted.
But no, but there's different
busted.
meanings for words. There's different meanings for words.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean that they're praying.
What does salawat mean, man?
Yani, it's not that Allah's praying in this verse. It's that He's bestowing upon them the prayers.
No, but you just said blessings. Allah's actually blessing them, right? And Allah's actually giving them mercy, right?
In this context, it is a blessing. Yeah.
Okay, so Allah is blessing them and giving them mercy, right?
Yes.
But the word is not blessing, it's salawat. So that means, according to you, Allah is actually praying for them.
In this context,
there you go, you're yawning again. Shaitan is in your mouth, dude. Well, you know what the sunnah says. When you yawn, that's from shaitan. Why are you yawning?
Salawat min rabbihim.
That's right.
He's giving them blessing.
No, here you go. Upon those are the prayers from the Lord in mercy. So is he giving?
Min rabbihim.
That's right. And wa rahmata min rabbihim also is mercy from him. So how's the mercy from him? Finish it. Salawatan min rabbihim wa rahmata.
Blessings and mercy.
So how does he give them mercy? By showing them mercy, right?
Look, I can't.
Okay, let's go to another one. 3343.
Going in circles here.
Yeah, I know. Let's go to 3343. And if you want, bring up the Palmer translation with the Arabic. If you
Getting
can.
very late.
Oh, you want to quit? It's up to you. We can quit now. It's up to you.
I'll give it another 15 more minutes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Your Highness. Do you want to go back to Jesus now? More proof that Jesus claimed to be God?
I'm just telling you this. It doesn't say God prays.
Okay, good. Then let's go to 3343.
You guys just try to cherry pick little words here and there, and you don't understand the context, and
No.
you don't understand.
Go to our browser.
Arabic.
Go to our browser, brother. You're going to because I go to the browser to show him 33.4 in Palmer, 33.43 and 56. Do Palmer and Arabic transliteration.
Give me a
One
sec to open it.
Oh, where is it open? I'm waiting for you. The Quran browser.
Yes, I am going to there.
I refuted everything.
What? I can't hear you. What?
I refuted everything.
I know you destroyed us, man. Okay, put 33.43 and then put comma 56. Palmer and Arabic transliteration, so you can see it. You destroyed us, Jihad. Thank you. Okay, Palmer and then. Okay, you ready? Can you see it's going to be on the screen in a second? Okay, let's read. See, tell me this is wrong. He it is who prays for you, and his angels too, to bring you forth out of the darkness into the light, for he is merciful to the believers. Huwa alladhi yusalli. It even transliterates it for you. He it is who prays for you. Huwa alladhi yusalli alaykum. Now tell me this is not Allah praying for Muslims.
He gives them the ability to pray.
So you mean the angels give them the ability to pray? Because it says the angels are also praying for them. Now let's read 33:56 while you're at it. Verily, Allah, God, and his angels pray for the Prophet. Right? Inna Allah wa malaikatahu.
So where is it that you take issue with this?
Okay, well, let me finish it. Yusaluna ala nabi. Allah and his angels, yusaluna. Yusalun, salah. Allah and his angels pray.
Good night, my friend. Good night.
You're
Have
leaving?
a good night.
Okay, buddy.
Take
care. Take care. We'll see you.